UnDivorceable. I'm Kitty.
And I'm PJ.
And today, we're ready to get it poppin'.
Absolutely.
So today, it is the bum alert. So today, PJ, we're going to be talking to the family about 5 divorceable behaviors that you can find in any relationship. So what do you think about that, PJ, from a man's perspective, of course?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hate to give all the secrets away. I hate to give all the secrets away, but there are some bomb-like things that guys that do, you know, and you have to understand that as a woman, there's certain things you need to be looking for in bombs.
Yes, and the same thing, women, there is some divorceable behaviors that you need to be looking for in the person that you are choosing.
So we got women bombs and men bombs.
That's the bomb alert. This is the bomb alert.
Yeah.
All right, PJ, so for you.
For me, as a man, one thing I'm looking at in a woman, the first thing is, does she reciprocate?
Reciprocate, what do you mean by reciprocate?
Meaning that she's selfish. I'm looking to see if she's selfish, okay, and she's not willing to share. Though that's number one. Number two is she clean? Or she a clean woman? Does she like to clean? Does she like to clean the house? Does she like to keep her coochie clean? Does she like to keep her hair clean? Does she like to keep her nails clean? Does she like to keep her feet clean? I'm looking at all those things.
All those things?
Yeah, all those things. And number three, and number three, you know, how she treat her children, how she raise her children.
You know, that's funny that you say that, because a lot of the single friends that I have that are male, like, I am at this stage in the game hearing a lot more about how they view the women that they're dating, because a lot of the women that they're dating of this age, a lot of them have children at this point.
They have big grown children, fully grown children, not young men and young ladies. They still raising grown people. Exactly,
and the ones that have the younger burst of children, I'm hearing a lot more of the guys talk about how they watch, how they're rearing their children, and how they feel about it, whether or not they want to get with that woman or not because of that.
Absolutely.
So what do you think about that?
I think that's absolutely a real situation, because according to how you raise your children, or will you be even willing to allow me to influence your children? Will you allow me to say anything to your child? You know what I'm saying? Some women are not able, are not willing to do that. So when you talking about bringing children in, and you serious with somebody, making it a blended family, you have to allow the other individual in. And allow them to have a say in that, in participating in rearing your children.
Now, when you say rearing, are you talking about spanking? Are you talking about spanking, or are you talking about actually like discipline, like providing instruction, being some type of influence, being able to give advice? Like, what exactly?
I'm talking about all of it, because you can't take one without the other. You got to take the whole pie. You don't get a piece of the pie. Like a women always say, if you accept me, you got to accept my kids. That means if I accept you and accept your kid, then all the responsibility and accountability, I accept all that come with that.
So what about the guys who talk about they don't like the way they see the woman raising their kids, like those, and then they decide to opt out?
I mean, I got a lot of guy friends. I mean, they see a lot of time. They see women, you know, sometimes they raise boys. They be a little soft with them. They raise them like they raising girls, and a lot of guys, that's a turn off. You raise boys differently than you raise females, especially when you're a man, a real man, I would say.
A real man.
Yeah, a real man.
Yikes. Okay, so what about 4 and 5?
4 and 5, a woman that just lacks verbal communication, effective verbal communication. Don't know how to articulate. Don't know how to communicate her thoughts and all those things. And when you think about that, it leads me to my last point, which you said 4, right? 5.
This was your 5th. That was 4. So what's your 5th?
So this is my 5th point. When you with somebody, men are looking for somebody that is very supportive. Supportive of their dreams, supportive of their vision, supporting them in every aspect of that relationship. And if women are not doing that, instant turn off.
Instant turn off.
Instant turn off. You become a bust down.
A bust down?
Yeah. You know what a bust down is?
What's a bust down?
Well, that's another show.
I I'd say so. I would say from a woman's perspective.
You give me your top 5.
My top 5.
Yeah.
You had an interesting top 5 though.
Okay.
That was interesting.
Okay.
Because a lot of times women, we're in groups together and we're having these conversations about what we think and what we think about men. But we need to have more conversations with the guys in the room so that we can hear that thought process about what they think and then mesh these two images together to become better partners for the people that we're trying to get with, right?
So, absolutely. So, Kitty, so what are your top 5 turnoffs? A bum-like mentality.
Exactly.
That
I mean,
exemplify.
for most women, we're going to look for those lack of manly qualities. Like, we're going to start with, are you supportive? You know, we're going to start with that. Like, are you
financially,
are you
what?
Are you
emotionally, mentally?
Are you emotionally supportive of me? I mean, are you listening when I'm speaking to you?
Okay.
You know, and listening is not Listening is when I tell you something about my day, then you're asking me a question with logic and intelligence about something that you've heard me say.
Okay.
So that's listening and responding.
All
you
right.
know, and that's just showing levels of respect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when we're not getting that, you know, that becomes a disconnect.
Okay.
And the disconnect is those, you know, gives those behaviors to where you become divorceable in some aspect.
Okay. So what's your number 2?
So number 2 is that physical connection.
Sex. S-E-X. Sex.
It's not always sex, but it's the
So
display.
we talking about intimate or we talking about sex?
That was the other show. So if you didn't watch that show, you definitely need to go back and watch that show.
Right, absolutely.
But I'm talking about as far as like displays of affection. You know, a lot of women have different levels of displays of affection that they like, whether it's a hug or whether it's hand holding or whether it's, you know,
so you talking about
comments, you know, you look nice today, or oh, you look good in that. You know, we need that. A lot of us need that. And then yes, sex.
A form of foreplay. You talking that leads to sex.
Yes, the things that lead to sex. Like, are you stimulating my mind and then my body?
Oh, okay.
You know, but if you can't do that, if you just want to come through the door and it's smash, 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 and then we living in cum dumpster land and I'm not getting the intimacy that I need,
yes,
then that becomes eventually a divorceable behavior because I'm not getting that emotional need.
So you're not getting your mental stimulated.
Right,
okay.
Right. When it's just physical.
Okay.
And then, you know, beyond that, again, it is, if there are children involved, how is the interaction with children? Am I referencing how you are raising them or you're interacting with them? You know, if you are just coming in and you just expect everything to be done, you expect them to be quiet, you don't expect them to interact, you know, you're not raising your children. And most women is going to have a disconnect of that because they're not seeing you being fatherly. Okay. You're just a man in the house.
Okay.
And so that too can cause a disconnect. And
so
then,
that's another issue. So that's your third point?
Oh, 4, right?
No, that was 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is 4 now.
This is 4 now?
Yeah.
Right now.
You just added the point without me asking the question. So go ahead. This is 4. Go ahead.
This is 4?
You're on number 4.
Okay, so number 4 is, it can be the finances. The finances of, are we doing this together, or you just laying up on me and having me do it all by myself? Now, a lot of us can be supportive when we're helping our men follow their dreams and they're helping us follow our dreams, and I can support you to a point. But if your dream turns into your lifestyle, then at that point, there's a disconnection there. Because we both need to be facilitating these finances. We both live here. We both have these responsibilities. And we both need to be doing our best to facilitate this so that we live life better together.
Okay. Okay. So you all for supporting your guy.
I am for
to a
supporting
certain
my
point.
guy. I'm supporting my guy to a certain point. There needs to be levels of progression that I'm seeing. And definitely levels of effort.
So what if you decide to stop supporting him and then he blow up?
Well, to God be the glory. Maybe that was what was needed in his life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was what was needed in his life. Maybe we weren't, again, meant to be together. in order for both of us to accelerate. And I have to be woman enough to accept that, right?
Okay. Yeah, you made that decision.
It's
that's
possible.
the decision you made.
That's a decision, because that's the guy.
You chose.
Okay, and my fifth thing is like you, the reciprocation. Definitely, when you're not seeing reciprocation in a relationship, that is definitely a disconnect, and that's another reason of behavior.
Or it's just all one-sided. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. So
right.
It's not reciprocated. So if one person is trying to reach out and trying to do everything and make the relationship work and take care of this and take care of that, and they're not getting that reciprocated from the other person, they're not getting that kind of consideration reciprocated from the other person, that too will drive that disconnect and could ultimately lead into those divorceable behaviors.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of these things are kind of intertwined with each other,
right.
intertwined with each other, but it does come to a situation as your priority list, because we're saying these things. He's got a male perspective, I've got a female perspective, a woman's perspective, but it all turns into what is your priority list and how do you prioritize what's most important to you and what you decide to do about it. Because once you evaluate a situation and you see that it may be something that you're not willing to deal with, at that point we're all faced with a decision, whether you stay and keep hoping that it changes, you communicate and then look for the changes, or you make the ultimate decision to divorce this situation.
Okay. All right. Well, I like those points. I like those bomb like
the bum alert. So you see any of this, you might have a bum alert on your hands.
Amen. So like at the end of the day, we just gave y'all some tips on and what to look for in male or female that will possibly can ruin or end a great relationship. Maybe it wasn't that great to begin with.
It's possible, but that is another show. So be sure to comment at the bottom. Let us know what you feel about it. Don't forget to hit us on the social media.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, we wish you love,
peace,
and togetherness. Have a good day.
What's up?
You just be sticking that cleanliness off in there, boy.
Hey guys, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for UnDivorceable.